So my inspiration to really taking a step back from everything and getting the help I needed was my wife. As far as the inspiration for us to work with children was my wife. So for the first couple years when we were trying to find ourselves, we were a startup, we didn't understand who we were, what we were trying to do. We didn't know anything about business, we didn't know anything about nonprofit. And I want to do everything. I'm a big thinker. And my wife, from day one, was always saying that the children was the key. And it wasn't until I sat down with one of my business partners' wife's class. She works in the school system. And there was 10 boys I sat down with. And a long story short, they didn't know who was coming. And, we sat down for an hour. And around that table, there was a kid that said he deals with suicidal thoughts. There was another kid that self-harmed himself. There was another kid that dealt with anxiety. There was another kid dealing with bullying. And I walked out of that meeting in tears. And I called my wife and I said, "You were right. It's our children." That was the first time that I was able to see mental health issues in our youth. And we decided from that point on that we wanted to do preventative work and intervene early. So that's how we got to Project Prevent, where we're putting in, connecting our kids with technology so they can get the help they need when they need it. And we're working on both ends of the spectrum. So someone with impairment, whether that's anxiety, depression, borderline personality disorder like myself, or another kid on the other end of the spectrum who just want to be a great student, want to make straight A's, and they're under the pressure of performing. And, so we got apps like Lucid, where it's mental fitness. And we have apps like Ginger.io, where we're taking kids through cognitive behavior therapy, dialectical behavior therapy. Another part of what we're doing with Project Prevent is mental health first aid training with our youth. And that's so important because our parents, our teachers, and our staff have to be able to identify it. And then a lot of us don't know what it is. When we see someone having a breakdown, or we see someone who may be depressed, but we don't know what that is, we tend to either bash them or turn our head. Oh, well, you know what? To be honest with you, I've been on Showtime for 3 years, and when I was in Chicago, I got a chance to fly to New York. And going back a couple of years, every time I flew here, I would always come in and sit down with Roger, whether it was lunch or have a meeting, and try to pound the pavement for making not only our league fun, but also change our perspective and our approach when it comes to our players' mental health. And a lot of times we talk about legacy in football, like what do you want your legacy to be? What do you want people to say when you're not in the locker room anymore? For me, when I walk out of the league, when I walk away from this game, I want to change our perspective and our approach when it comes to mental health and mental fitness. So I will be in his ear again talking about things that I may have in mind and the things that I like.
Can we get a preview of the twerk that you're going to be doing on Sunday?
Oh, no, I can't. Then it wouldn't be fun.
True.
Okay, so Sandra Hills, she was the inspiration behind the NFL allowing the players to wear pink. So first I'll back up. When you believe in one cause, you got to believe in all, right? Especially when you're working in the area of human rights. So a lot of times we talk about a lot of times we get opportunities to do certain things and play. Well, that's not my thing. Well, it should be your thing. If you have a brother out there that's trying to raise awareness or something or raise money, you should be able to support. So for me, this is a great opportunity in October to help another brother. His mother, had a tremendous fight with breast cancer, and he was the inspiration, and Miss Hills was the inspiration behind the NFL allowing us to do this. Now we're 10 years into this deal, and no one's talking about that. We have to talk about that. I think it's important for us to always remember her and always honor her, because we've been able to create a lot of awareness and raise a lot of money for breast cancer. It means a lot because for the last 5 years we've been working extremely hard, And to be honest with you, this is a really hard thing that we're doing, and the reason why is because not everyone make it. We literally lose people. 3 days ago, we dealt with a case where a kid committed suicide, 14-year-old kid. And, so it's really hard. So when you do things like this, it give you a chance to sit back, have a little fun, and relax, and also enjoy the fruits of your labor a little bit. And to have this amount of support, that to me that's confirmation that we are on the right track. People are noticing what we're doing, and that's a cool thing because it's hard what we're doing. Yeah, I think I said this on Wednesday that we had our best practice that we've had since we've been here. Because I've been here for 15 years, or I may have said this year, but we truly had the best week since I've been here. I mean, an awesome week. We had a championship week, and usually when you approach practice that way, it happens for you on Sunday. They're dealing with injuries as well, and this is the NFL. At this point in the season, everyone's nicked up or everyone's dealing with it. So it's next man up mentality across the league. So we'll be all right. We'll be fine. And plus, one of the great things about this team is our depth at every position. So we're confident that we can still get it done. No excuses.
Championship week, huh?
Championship week. You like that? But the guys who go to the next level, the teams who, that are battle tested, are the teams that have these rough patches and are able to break through mentally. It's not a physical thing with us. We love the guys that we have in the building, the coaches as well. So for us, it's one of those things where we just have to continue to have practices and weeks like this. And the special thing about this team, I think I said it last week, is most teams will fold it up. They'll fold the team and call it the season. But it's the good teams and the good players that have that perseverance and that strength to continue to move forward. We did that, and it was a great week.
Is there a level of frustration building? Fitzpatrick has the most interceptions in the league, but he has one of the best times to throw the ball. He's protected in the pocket pretty well. Where does the breakdown occur, and is there frustration?
You sound like you're on NFL Today. With that question, you're getting ready. Huh?
I am, yeah.
You're getting ready. That was a good question.
Thank you.
You know what? We're comfortable where we're at. We're all right. The good thing about when you go through, games like this, you're battle tested if you can come out on the other end. So we'll be fine come Sunday. And then he'll be here for ping pong, so you can get on him a little bit for throwing a pick or two.
So ping pong is a pretty.
Ping pong is big in our locker room. It's big. So and apparently it's big in New York too, because there's a lot of people that's supported us and came out. So we're excited. We've raised a lot of money already, and our goal this year is to be able to reach 45,000 students here in New York alone. And that's just athletes that we're starting with. And also being able to implement our mental health first aid training for our teachers, our staff, and our parents. So that's going to be huge for our community. We always got to remember that our youth become adults. And our adults are our leaders of our world, And we need a healthier world, especially given, the environment now. It's really unhealthy.
Well, I'm a teacher by day, so I just want to thank you. Yeah, I just want to thank you for your work. Yeah.
Thank you for your work. Odell would be fine. Well, it depends on what locker room you're in. If you're in a locker room that's broken, that doesn't have any leaders, then there's going to be a lot of chatter. But when you're in a strong locker room and you have a great environment, guys just put their head down and work. We're all to blame. We all should be benched, right? So we'll turn it around this weekend, and we'll get back on track.
Do you see a lot of yourself in Odell Beckham as a young player?
There you go again, NFL Today.
Let me get you on video saying that.
Here we go.
To just walk down in class and just
no more Odell. Okay. No more Odell.
You got it. We'll ask him.
We are piling on at this point, right? We need to leave Odell alone. He'll be fine. Feel like racist awareness. Good job. Yes.
very good. I'm trying to be able to put that into your routine. And if you yourself didn't have the skills to help the children. So it was